Hey guys, habari yenu? Long time. I have been missing in action, and I meet people. Sometimes I meet people in the supermarket and they're like, you know what? We live vicariously through you and you're not giving us enough videos. Ume disappear, but guess what? I'm back. And today I want to talk about a challenge that I've faced, me being a mom of 2 and a 3 now. And I know a lot of moms face it. And I was talking to my friend, and my friend was like, you know what? How don't you get discouraged by these challenges we face with our nannies? So today I want to talk about nannies, how to get them, how to juggle, and just a lot of things. So let's just dive into it. So first, let me talk to you guys about where to get them. A lot of people don't know where to get good nannies, and some of you I know who follow me are young moms or people that are just about to be moms and probably never stayed with a stay-in nanny. So let me just tell you where I've gotten my nannies, and trust me, I've had quite a number. When you have small children, you will have if you're lucky, you'll have one nanny who will stay for the period when the kids are growing up. But the norm is you will change nannies, you will change them. Watabadilika. So you get them from 2 places that I know of. I've gotten nannies from bureau and I've gotten nannies by referrals. My favorite, of course, is referrals, because then you know their background, you know where they're coming from. They're answerable to someone that you know. On the other hand, bureau also, you can get nice people, because the thing is with bureau, you get people who are probably already trained, people who are already probably have worked in other houses and know a lot how to, like, maybe wash the toilet. So you don't need to waste a lot of time training them. But the issue I've had with bureaus is most of them, they're not in one bureau. They are probably in like 5 bureaus. So watakuja kwa nyumba yako kurelax, wanashikilia, they're just holding fort while they wait for a better opportunity or better pay somewhere else. So you'll talk to someone, a bureau, and say, you know what, my budget is maybe 10K. And they'll say, sure, because at that time they don't have anything. At the same time, unapata wako kwa bureau zingine. When the other bureau calls, they won't tell the other bureau that, okay, I've gotten a job so you can remove me from your catalog. Bureau ingine ikipiga ikasema, you know what, we've gotten something for 15K, they'll leave you without even thinking, without even blinking, wataenda. So it's very hard to get like someone who's loyal and someone who like just really like be there. And one thing I've realized with nannies, it doesn't even matter how well you treat them. Wakipata tu 1,000 extra somewhere else, hata kama ni place yenye wanaenda kunyimwa chakula, they will go. To them, most of them, it's all about money. So that's the issue I've had with bureaus. The beauty is you'll get someone who's probably trained, who already knows how to raise kids, someone who's probably worked somewhere else. But also, it's risky because you don't know where they've come from. You don't know why they left their former job. And most of them are just not loyal. So, as I said, my favorite is referrals. There's also 2 places you can get nannies. You can get nanny from the city if you live in Nairobi, or you can import a nanny from the village. The beauty of a city nanny is obviously they've probably worked and they know what they're doing most of the time. When you get a nanny from the village, how people operate in the village is very different from how people operate in the city. So there'll be a lot of training. You'll have to like really invest your time. You'll have to be patient and really train them. Most likely they're the ones that will stay with you the longest, because these things actually, hakuna rules. Unaweza pata wa bureau na akae na wewe 5 years, yani ako kama family. Ama unaweza pata wa ushago na akae na wewe 1 month, aende apate mtu wa boda. The nannies from the village, you have to spend a lot of time training them. And the other one is they're very gullible. Most of them are not used to the city life. So wakitoka hapa nje, labda wapate mtu wa boda on Sunday when they are leave, mtu wa boda anaweza mdanganya virahisi, amdanganya anataka kumwoa, aache kazi ama ahepe aende afanye kazi. So you basically just have to hope that whoever you get, whether it's from a bureau or referral or from the city or the village, is someone that is committed and really wants to work, and someone that will take your family as their own. Also, another thing with the rural nannies is safety issues. Most of them wanakuja hawajui kutumia gas. You have to really like, for the first at least 3 months, you have to really like keep checking how they're doing things. Wengine wao wanakuja ushago, watu wamezoea kuchapa watoto ama kushautia watoto. you know, like the way they do things there is totally different from how us in the city do our stuff. So make sure that you teach them how to use the gas. Teach them, you know, to close doors, or kids cannot climb here, they will fall down. And just there's a lot of safety issues that come with people that haven't worked in the city, or people that haven't just worked in anyone's house. So there's that issue. And then also with the rural nannies, you have to create your boundaries really early with their families, because kama for example ni mtu mwenye labda ametoka kwenye mnajua ama kwa ushago kwenu kidogo kidogo, oh, someone is sick, please help us, oh this and that, oh she needs to come home, there's this thing that we have to do, or there's this matanga, there's this that, the family will keep calling you for one thing or the other, because now they think our daughter has gone to help this person, so tumemsaidia, kwa hiyo she owes us or something like that. So you need to create boundaries. Another thing is you have to know your nanny. So this of course goes with my first point. If you get your nanny from the bureau, make sure you have your ID. Make sure you talk to, you have a person of contact or next of kin. Make sure you know where she comes from. If she's someone that lives in Nairobi, and you can, take your time to even go to where she lives, because these people are in charge of our kids. Anything can happen, and when something happens, mtu anaweza hata akahepa, haujui kwenye anaishi, hujui familia yake ama mamake. So make sure you have information about your nanny. If you can, find out from their former boss what happened. You get, like, when you're interviewing them, talk to them. Why did you leave this place? Do you have a contact that I can call? You get. So just try as much as possible to know your nanny. When it comes to referrals, then it's a bit easier, because you just have to get their ID. Probably if it's from a friend, the friend already knows them, have worked with them, knows their family. Especially kama ni wa ushago, most likely it's if your parents are there, or your aunts, they're the ones who found them. So that's a bit easy. But if it's from the bureau, make sure you do your research. Another thing is you have to trust your instincts. The moment some people are more instinctive than others. For me, for example, if someone walks into my house, the way I feel the first time I see them, the second day, the third day, I already know what kind of person they are. Some people are very good at just hiding their character. So someone will come day one, and I've gone through this. Day one, you're like, oh my God. Day two, day three, by the end of the first week, you see someone totally different. I've had a nanny where, like, in the first 2 days, I was like, this lady is amazing. She can clean, she takes care of the kids, she knows how to cook. Like, I was just like, oh my God, she's the best nanny we've ever had. Mimi na mdomo yangu. In the third day, I've already told her, oh, you know, we've had nannies, but I think you are one of the best when it comes to organizing yourself. Hata wiki haikuisha kabla nionyeshe pepa. People can shock you, but always trust your instincts. If you feel like something is wrong, it probably is. Choose your battles. When it comes to nannies, wanasemanga, I've come to learn that this is actually true. They usually say, if she knows how to clean, she probably doesn't know how to take the babies. If she knows how to take the care of the babies, she probably can't clean as well. So when you have small children, of course, what matters the most? Your babies. So even if someone comes na unaona labda nyumba haikui arranged as perfectly as you would want, ama she doesn't clean as well as you want, the best option is to get someone else to clean. As long as she's good with your kids, that is a good nanny. So always look for someone who can take care of your kid, who has compassion, who's nurturing, rather than mtu msafi. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is schedules, timetables, and all that. Every parent has to, especially when our kids are small, kids really work well on schedules. So usually there's a time when the baby wakes up. For most of us at least, there's a time when the baby wakes up, there's a time when the baby feeds, and a time when the baby takes their afternoon nap, and all that, right? Some people even have schedules for TV, for games, and all these other activities. So when you get a nanny, the first thing you have to do is create and write it down if you can. Make sure you tell them that this is the schedule and this is how it should be followed. As new millennial parents, we like our kids to be we like things to be organized. Si kama kitambo venye everything was just freestyle. Unangoja mpaka uone mtoto amerab macho ama amelala ndio unampeleka usingizi. We have schedules for our babies. We have sleep time, we sleep train them and all that. So when a nanny comes, most likely you're bringing a nanny because you're going to be busy. Make sure they stick to a schedule, and that will make work easy for both the nanny and also easy for your kids. And then Also look at your budget. So nannies can range from 6,000 to 30,000, right? Not even six, from 7,000 to 30,000. So wewe angalia according to your capacity, who can you afford? That will also determine where you'll get your nannies. So probably the ones from Ushago are way cheaper, and then there are some bureaus that you find have people from 8,000. There are some bureaus, ukienda, haupati hata mtu mwenye yako less than 15k. Then also when it comes to bureaus charge differently. There are some bureaus that charge 2,000, there are some bureaus that charge 50,000. So you just have to look at all that, see your budget, how much you pay, and then if you get a nanny and they tell you they want 12k, usijaribu kumconvince achukue 8k, because they'll just be there, she will panic. When they get something better, they'll leave. So just find someone who is comfortable with how much you're giving them. Find someone who you know you pay. Usichukue mtu umempromise utamlipa 10,000, you can't afford it. Now end of the month mnaanza kuangaliana, na hawa nannies don't like their payments to be delayed. Always pay on time. So get someone whom you can afford. Also, when you're looking at your budget, kuna hii issue ya food, which hasn't been a big challenge to me, but I've seen how it can be a very big problem. There are some people that there are nannies that can eat as if it's the last day of earth. Ama yani ile kukula kwa ribu. Mtu anataka kuweka, yani hata asubuhi tuseme for example unanunua mkate, wewe unajua if I buy 4 loaves of bread ama 2 family loaves, it'll last for the week. You've done your weekly shopping. Someone comes in, they want to eat a full loaf in one sitting, aweke juice, aweke sijui fruit salad huku, aweke sijui chai kikombe sijui ngapi. So these are things that you also have to look at. As much as wezi nyima mtu chakula ni budget. So when you know that, okay, mimi per week maybe I spend 10k on shopping, and then you get someone who wants to come and squander everything in 2 days, you get, this is a conversation that you might probably have to have. Do not ever nyima your nanny food. Some people are so horrible, they will be eating everything, lakini sasa nannies wao wanataka kuwanyima chakula, hautaki akule. If anything, if you feel like wewe ni mtu mwenye ni mchoyo, you don't like to share your food, the best thing to do is just do their own shopping on the side. You know, if you're buying them nyama or all this unga, maybe they like ugali, do it on the side, and then maybe you can also have your food on the side. Kama wewe ni mtu mwenye hupendi kushare na nannies, but never ever starve your nannies. So another thing is, please, new moms who have nannies, anyone that is listening to me right now, never be abusive to your nanny. You wouldn't want someone to be abusive to you physically, verbally. Kuna wengine wanatusi manani, wengine hata wanawachapa ama wanawavuta manywele, sijui, I don't know. These are people that are taking care of your kids. Just be nice. Ukiona tu imefika point yenye you feel like you want to beat them up or you want to abuse them, tell them sijui ni mjinga, whatever, let them go. Just let them go. These people are looking after your kids. Ukiwafanyia hivyo inaweza kuletea shida mingi. So I want to talk about sleeping arrangement. Very important. If you have space, I know maybe sometimes there's not enough space to like spare bedroom for the nanny. But if you can, try to let your nanny sleep on their own. At least, don't let them share a bed with your kids. These are not, umejua hawana your motherly instincts. They're not the moms of these children. Mimi nikilala na mtoto hata kwa watu wenye wanako sleep, never ever will I even put my hand on the baby or sleep on them. But when it comes to a nanny, this is not the mom. And that comes with the instinct of being someone's mom. They don't have it. So your kid can be injured. So even if they're sharing a room, at least get a separate bed. Hata kama wewe ni mtu mwenye unataka kuwaweka chini, even though waweke chini walale chini, but just get a separate space for your kids and the nanny. It's just not good to let your kids share the same bed with the nanny. Afadhali walale kwa bedroom yako. Also, the beauty of letting your kids sleep in their own bedroom is also it creates independence early. I want to talk about rewarding good behavior. These people are human beings. You know the way us, we love compliments. And I've heard people say this a lot of times. That don't praise them. They will wataribika. But sometimes when they do something good, if maybe they manage to train your kid, give them the compliments. Maybe they've done amazing work during the week, or it has been a hard week and they managed to like pull through gracefully. at the end of the day, Sunday ikifika, mpatie like a 500 bob. You know, sometimes, you know, when they've been good and you're going to shop for your kids some clothes, pick some for them. Just give them, you know, compliment them and reward them when they've been good. Last but not least, make sure you give them that leave. When it comes to December, wacha waende ushago, let them go see their family. But most importantly, Sundays. There's nothing a nanny loves like two things: Sunday break and food. Hizo ni vitu usinyime nani chakula, usimnyime Sunday break, na usimlipe usikuwe late on payment. So when it comes to Sunday, let them go. Watoke hata kama ni hiyo 8 to 6 ni sawa. Ama hata kama wewe ni mtu mwenye, yani maybe your kids are a bit older and you're okay with them sleeping out, na maybe akona familia Nairobi, let them leave even Saturday evening to Sunday evening. Give them that break. And that's my last point. I am so happy to be back. I miss engaging with you guys. And you know what? I keep saying this, but this time I'm actually going to be consistent. Mwah! Nimewapenda ni sana 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 sana. Bye. I hope this video has helped you in one way or the other.